relaxation to roll down throughout you, all the way down to the tips of your toes. That's right, good. And in a moment, not yet, but in a moment, I'm going to come round, I'm going to pick up that hand and drop it. And when I pick up that hand and drop it, that's just going to allow you to go even deeper relax, so that we can create a nice sense of physical relaxation that we're going to need for today. And whilst I'm coming round and picking those arms up and dropping them, all I want you to do is to begin to imagine, begin to allow, begin to create, develop that beautiful, magical place that's peaceful, that's relaxing, that's tranquil in your mind. The most beautiful, relaxing place that you can become aware of in your mind. Perhaps it's somewhere you've been before, perhaps it's completely made up. Perhaps you've seen it on a movie or read it about in a book. Just become aware of the most beautiful, magical, relaxing place that you can become aware of. Notice what it looks like, what it sounds like, what it feels like. And as I pick up that hand and drop it, you can just go even deeper into that magical, beautiful, relaxing place. That's right. No need to help me out or anything. You just let that arm just hang like a sappy sponge, like a rag doll. That's right. Just go even deeper into that magical, beautiful, tranquil place of yours. Become aware of 3 things that you can see in this tranquil, magical place. Become aware of 3 things that you can touch in this magical, tranquil, beautiful place. Become aware of 3 things that you can hear in this magical, tranquil, beautiful place. That's right. And in a moment, not yet, but in a moment, I'm going to ask you to allow those eyes to open and then immediately close back down. Now, every time those eyes close back down, you go even deeper relaxed, perhaps feeling twice as comfortable, twice as confident in your abilities to move forward now as you let those eyes open and then immediately close back down. That's right. Deeper relaxed, feeling twice as comfortable, twice as confident in your abilities. In a moment, we'll do that again, and this time, when those eyes close down, I want you to become curious, perhaps, of how deep you can go. If you allow those eyes to open now and immediately close back down, that's right. And just go even deeper, relax, becoming curious about how deep you can go. As you've done that for yourself, have you become curious about how deep you can go? I want you to return to that magical, beautiful, tranquil place of yours, that place that's safe, peaceful, relaxing, that place that's right for you. And as you become aware of that place, I also want you to become aware of that feeling that you don't like. That feeling that you have inside of you that you don't like. Perhaps that feeling, or perhaps a memory or an experience that's been holding you back in somewhere. Just become aware of that now. Bring your attention to that time, that place, that memory where you felt that feeling that you don't like. Notice whereabouts you can feel that on your body, and take one of your hands and place it on where you can feel that feeling that you don't like. Notice where it stems from. Notice where you can feel it. Place one hand on where that feeling is. That's right. Good. Notice there's a colour attached to that feeling. And then release that hand, bring it back down. Open those eyes, immediately close them back down, going back into that beautiful, magical, tranquil place of yours, going even deeper, relaxed with each and every breath that you take. That's right, good. Deeper and deeper relaxed. And I'm curious about that time when you experienced that thing that you didn't like, that feeling that you don't like, I'm curious that if there was a resource or a skill perhaps, an emotional state, or even a piece of knowledge that you could have had in that moment that that event occurred, I'm curious about what that might be for you. Just become aware of that skill, that resource, that capability, or that strength, that emotional state that you could have had in that moment that that event occurred. Become aware of what that might be for you. And as you become aware of what that might be for you, allow those eyes to open and then close back down. That's right. Good. You are doing amazing. And as you become aware of that capability, of that strength that you could have had, I wonder if you can begin to remember a time and a place when you had that ability available to you. When I pick up that hand and drop it, I want you to go into that memory, that time, that place when you had that ability fully available to you in every aspect, in every sense, when you had that ability fully available to you now. And remember where you were, what you were doing, what you could see, hear and feel when you had that skill, that strength, that ability fully available to you. And breathe into that sensation and that feeling of that capability, that strength, whatever it is for you. Notice where you feel that on your body now. Take one of your hands and place it on where you feel that ability, that strength, that capability. Wherever you feel that on your body now. That's right. You are doing amazing. Notice there's a colour connected to that feeling. First impression, become aware of that colour. Release that hand back down, take a nice deep breath in. And as I pick up that hand and drop it, I want you to go back into that time, that memory, that place of that feeling that you don't like. That feeling that you want less of. That feeling that you don't like. Become aware of that memory, that time and that place. Because I want you just to go into some of that memory. And I want you to let that negative emotion, whatever that is for you, become aware of how you would label that negative emotion perhaps, the word you might use to describe that. And I just want you to turn it up a little bit more. Let it increase, let it bother you as if just to get it out of your system for one last time. Let it increase. And as you let it increase, let it bother you. Let it bother you a little bit more and then just release, relax, let that feeling just fade away, realising how much control you really do have. And as I come round and pick up that hand and drop it, I want you to go back to that memory, that time and place where you had that skill, that strength, that capability fully available to you. Go into that memory, remembering what you were doing, what you could see, hear and feel. That's right. And that feeling, becoming aware of that feeling, because I want you to turn it up a little bit, increase it a little bit more, let it get a little bit bigger, a little bit stronger. And this time, you're going to hold on to it. That feeling, that skill, that strength, that capability, you're going to hold on to it. Attach it to yourself in some way. Put it in your pocket, put it in your backpack, whatever is right for you. Allow it to become part of who you are in whatever way is right for you now. Hold on to that sensation of that strength, of that skill, of that positive ability. And as you hold on to that strength and that skill, notice how it feels inside of you. Because in a moment, not yet, but in a moment, you're going to go back into that old memory of that negative emotion. Only this time, You're going to have this skill, this positive ability fully available to you. And as you go through that scene, notice what's different now. As I pick up that hand and drop it, you go back into that old memory, this time with that skill, that ability fully available to you. That's right. Notice how it changes and transforms and enriches that situation now, having this ability fully available to you. Allow that to play out in whatever way is right for you. Allowing whatever comes up to come up, allowing your mind and body to process. Breathing into that situation, noticing what's different now. And as you've done that for yourself, as you've gone through that old situation in this new way, allow those eyes to open and immediately close back down. That's right, good. You are doing amazing, because thinking about that old feeling that you didn't like, just try and access that old feeling and notice what happens instead. Try and access it. Notice what happens instead. And as you notice what you can notice about what it was like going through that old situation with this new skill, this new availability, new strength available to you, take a nice deep breath in. Take both hands and just squeeze both hands as you squeeze into that ability a little bit more. As you remember that colour of that skill, of that strength, I want you to imagine that colour of that skill, of that strength now flowing throughout your entire body. As you squeeze those hands, that colour can just begin to amplify, to get bigger and brighter and spread throughout you. Breathe into that and then just release those hands and just let that colour continue to spread at its own pace, at its own speed, in its own way, allowing your body to soak up some of that colour just like sponge would soak up water, or let your body just fill up like water filling up a bottle of all of that lovely colour, whatever that is for you. And then as you've done that for yourself, I want you to become aware of that feeling that you want more of, that feeling, that empowered state that you want to be in more of the time, whether it's calmness, whether it's confidence, whatever it is for you, become aware of that now. And all I want you to do is to remember a time when you felt that way, a time when you felt that confident feeling, a time when you felt that calmness, whatever it is for you. Remember that sensation, what it felt like in your body. And as you feel that sensation in your body, place your hand on where you can feel it the most. Notice where it stems from, where it grows from. That's right. And when you've noticed where that feeling that you want more of stems from, and you remember where you were and what you were doing and what you could see, hear and feel, I want you to turn up that sensation. I want you to increase it a little bit more. I want you to make that feeling even better, better than it was originally. As if you've got that dimmer switch, you can turn it all the way up, or a lever and the lever turns it up, or you're pumping more gas into it, whatever it is for you, turn up that sensation, let it increase, let it build, like Lego bricks building a tower, let it increase, let it intensify. When you've let it intensify in whatever way is right for you, allow those eyes to open and immediately close back down, go immediately back into that memory of there you are doing that thing that you want to do more of, feeling that way you want to feel more of. And with your hand on that part of your body where you can feel that feeling the most, let that feeling increase. Because this time, as it increases, as it gets all the way to the top of the best it could possibly be, just like it's reaching the peak of a mountain, I want you to take that finger and thumb on either hand, you choose, and squeeze it together. As that feeling reaches the peak of the mountain, squeeze that finger and thumb, let it intensify, breathe into it, and release that finger and thumb and relax. That's right, good. Open those eyes and tell me, what did you have for breakfast today, Donna?
Porridge.
Porridge. Emma, what did you have?
Scrambled egg.
Scrambled egg. Yeah. What's 5 at 5?
2.
What's 2 at 1?
3.
Deep breath in. Close those eyes back down. Go immediately back into that memory, that time and that place where you felt that feeling that you want more of. And again, noticing where it stems from the body. Remembering what you were doing. What you could see, hear and feel. And just really allow yourself to enjoy reliving that experience now. Allowing the body to remember. Because again, this time, you're going to make it even better. You're going to allow that feeling to intensify and to increase. And as it increases, as it gets bigger and better, take that same finger and thumb and squeeze into that. And as you squeeze that finger and thumb, as you squeeze, that feeling intensifies and gets bigger and increases even more. It's reaching the peak of the mountain and release and relax. Letting go of those fingers. That's right. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, go immediately back into that memory, that time and place where you felt that feeling. And again, you're getting it now. We're going to make it even better. We're going to increase it. We're going to intensify, make the colours even brighter, the sounds even more crisper, the feelings more intense. In fact, you can go ahead now and throw in there anything that you like to make it even better. The sounds of nature, your favourite song, your favourite smells, your favourite tastes, anything to make it even better as you allow that feeling to increase now. Let it intensify. Breathe into that feeling as it gets up there, as it starts to increase. Squeeze that same finger and thumb now. Letting it increase as you squeeze, let it build and let it build and let it build to the point of where it's the best it could possibly be, and release. Those fingers relax. Good. Allow those eyes to open. No more maths questions, but what colour is your neighbour's front door?
Grey.
Grey. What colour car does your best friend drive?
Red.
Red. I've run out of questions. Take a deep breath in. Close those eyes back down. And again, we're going back into it. And this time, guess what? You're going to make it even better. Intensify that feeling again. Allow your mind and body to remember that sensation. That feeling that you want more of is already there in the vocabulary of your mind and of your body. And as you know you want to experience it more, notice how quickly you can access that feeling now just by allowing yourself to go there, to remember what you were doing, what you could see, hear and feel. And as I count from 1 onwards, I want you to let that feeling come up again more and more within you as 1, allowing that feeling to rise within you again as 2, letting it come up more and more as 3, coming up strongly now as 4, becoming strong and powerful, more than it ever has been as 5. There it is, and it's a bridge to your past. As you focus on that feeling, it is connected to every time in your life that you felt that way. As I count from 5 to 1, I want you to follow that feeling back to that time where you felt that feeling. Now, it might be the same time you remember. It might be a different time. It doesn't matter as 5. Following that feeling back to a specific experience now as 4, perhaps becoming younger or smaller as 3, an earlier time, an earlier place as 2. Connect through your eyes, your ears, your whole body as 1. Be there in that experience as if it's happened all over again. And as you answer these questions in your mind, that will take you even deeper into the experience. Notice, is it daytime or nighttime? If you are alone or if you are with someone. If you are inside or outside. Go fully into that experience now and just let that feeling increase. Let that feeling increase within you more and more, and allow your mind and body to remember that sensation. In fact, go ahead now, take that finger and thumb, the same finger and thumb, and squeeze into it as you allow that feeling to increase. Notice it as it transforms and gets even bigger, as it grows, as it expands. Notice it happening. Notice how it feels as it gets bigger. Breathe into that sensation as you squeeze that finger and thumb. Release, relax, open those eyes. We are almost done. Close them back down. Project yourself now into a time and place in the future where you might want to have this ability available to you. Perhaps time at work, perhaps a time socializing, whatever it is for you. Whether it's today, tomorrow, next week, next month. Perhaps there's something coming up in your life where you might want to have this feeling fully available to you. And just project yourself into that scenario now. And as you go through that scenario, let that scene play out. And when you feel that it's the most appropriate time for you, that's when I want you to squeeze that finger and thumb and switch on, trigger, fire off that anchor that we've created, that feeling that we've created, whenever's right for you. That's right. Notice how that transforms and enriches the situation now. Having this ability, having this skill, this is nothing new. This is already who you are. This was completely organic. This was already there inside of you. And as you go through that experience now, having this strength, this skill fully available to you, let it play out as much as it needs to. But as you're done with that, relax your hands, take a nice deep breath, and just return yourself to that magical, tranquil, beautiful place. Become aware of the three things you can see in that tranquil, magical place, three things you can see in that place, three things you can hear, smell, touch, taste. Allow all of the senses to fully envelop what's available in that beautiful, tranquil place. And in a moment, I'm going to count from 1 to 3. And when I reach the number 3, that's when I want your full attention back in the room. And opening those eyes, feeling good, feeling refreshed. There's 1, just bringing your attention back to your body, giving your toes a wiggle, your hands a wiggle, feeling your body in that chair is 2. Realising that any moment in life we can change how we think, feel about things. It's all perspective is 3. Opening those eyes, coming back to the room, feeling good, feeling refreshed, ready for the rest of the day. Yay! Yay! I only went 15 minutes over! Okay, well done.
Thank you.
You're welcome. So, just before we shoot off then, what was that like? What came up for anybody? Does anybody want to share what that was like? We're all looking at Jane.
Well, I thought it was amazing.
Thanks.
Yeah, it took us a while to relax.
Mm-hmm.
My shoulders are a bit sore,
Mm-hmm.
but I have had a lot of tension over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't know whether that's just coming out or what.
Maybe.
But once I got into it, yeah, I feel good.
Yeah.
I feel like we can tackle that and well, we're not literally.
Jane's going for a fight. Yeah, I hope you win.
I will.
Yeah. And what was that like for you, Emma? Do you want to share? Or? Debbie, sorry.
Relaxing, very. I did go
Yeah,
sort of really relaxed into it.
yeah.
Yeah, no,
Nice.
it's new experience for me, that one, so
Yeah, it's different,
yeah,
right?
definitely
Very different.
Yeah.
And it takes your mind into a different place of
Yeah,
thinking about things as
things,
well.
yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
Yeah,
think
nice.
about things differently.
Yeah, well
Yeah.
done.
Definitely.
Yeah, it really makes you feel different in the situation that was bad.
Yes.
Are you thinking about it?
Yeah. Because we get so hung up on things of the past, right? But the only thing that actually exists is right now.
Yeah.
And whenever we're feeling stressed or frustrated or angry, it's typically because of where we've got our thoughts thinking about the past. Where if we're anxious or frustrated or worried about things in the future, it's typically because we're thinking about things that haven't even happened yet.
Mm.
But when we're here in the present moment, those feelings simply cannot exist. And if we think about things from the present moment, we have a very different perspective. Because we cannot change what happened, right? We can only change how we think and feel about them now, in this moment, right now. Well done.
Yeah.
Good. Oh, well, thanks for coming later.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. So you can